Bum back in here in St. Louis, where there's already been a shocker today. Stanford over Kansas, and now the Wichita State Shockers, the undefeated #1 seed, is about to take on Kentucky. The winner to advance to Indianapolis and the Sweet 16, and a matchup Friday night against Louisville.
And Van Vliet not as big or as physical, but savvy and crafty in terms of anticipation.
4 on the shot clock. Aaron Harrison. First 3. And Harrison driving with the left hand, puts it up and in.
And that right there, we talked about those transition opportunities. For me here, Andrew Harrison, he is as good as anybody at using his size. Even though he's only a freshman, he really understands angles, and he's not going to ever blow by you.
Aaron Harrison now handling the ball. Drives in.
There you go
And
again.
puts it in.
Another example, just understanding angles.
Senior unable to get the three-point play. Andrew Harrison back out there. This is James Young. Ball on the floor. Put back by Poitras.
And you talked about defend out on the perimeter. Wichita State's going to a zone here,
which Aaron Harrison beats from the wing with a 3.
And that's sometimes all you need when you're Kentucky, to see a few shots go in early.
Over 100 on the season. Randall to Young, and Young hits another 3 for the Wildcats.
Well, that's for the Wildcats.
It's Randall. It's Harrison driving. I see no effects of that hyper-extended elbow. Double up on Randall. Soft double. Back out. Andrew Harrison. All the question marks coming in. Would he be able to play? And he's got 7 points, and he's 3 out of 3 from the field. Front court. A 7-point run by the Shockers. Young got caught, got it back. Tough shot, got it to go. He can do that.
Randall has done his job of drawing attention. Now it's time for him to put his impact on it, scoring.
Like that, right there. Randall's first basket.
That's an example of letting the game come to you. Huge well, so they're going to oftentimes make you pay for the mistakes that you make.
And there is a block. Corey Johnson got a hand on it. Poitras drives in. Gets it back and converts.
Good effort there by Poitras.
He does bring energy.
He does. And a good decision in the open floor, I thought, by James Young. Has that on their bracket.
Here, good luck. When you find them, let me know.
Yes.
Dumping it down to Cauley-Stein, who dunks it down.
Now that's good execution offensively. And I'd like to see more. I think Willie Cauley-Stein can be more of a factor offensively. Terrific post entry there. And then the gather and the finish with contact by the big fella. Bird.
Coming around to deny. It was early, up ahead, blocked by Poitras.
What a play. Great kick ahead there. And you notice he has no idea, because either you do one or two things. You dunk that, or you come out on the other end for the reverse.
To Coach Cal to find out what he wants to be operating with here. With 7 to shoot. Paulson gives it up to Randall. Way outside. And now the perimeter shot by Young.
Boy, was that big.
Wow, they needed that.
How big, and good decision by Paulson to make that extra pass. Cotton off guard. And James Young with the triple, forcing Kentucky to have to think a little more than they're comfortable doing right now.
Young lobs it down low. Cauley-Stein off balance, has to go back out with it. Here's Young, who hit the shot before the half. Followed up by Randall.
And that might be the play that gets the big fella going right there.
Cotton open from the corner. Here's Randall looking ahead. Aaron Harrison, quick shot, got it. A three.
And then there, Randall again with the great decision for the Wildcats.
He was switched out that last time, and Van Vliet had to try to make a three over him. Here's Young. He's going to trim it to one. And there is Randall. Defended once, but not the second time, and one.
That's a grown man move by Julius Randall. Oh, the effort, the energy, the activity, all on display by the big fella.
Van Hound. And Wessel unable to hit either one of them. Here's Poitras driving in, and Kentucky is back ahead.
Good decision here. That kick ahead. Look at that angle it had created for Poitras to attack. But
pretty fearless kid. Aaron, Andrew Harrison. Of them the last two trips down the floor. Dakari Johnson. That's a strong move.
Floor.
All the way over to the wing. And Aaron Harrison drills it from three and the lead.
Did a great job. And take a look here. Just good ball movement. That interior pass right there is where you create the opportunities in the for rhythm jump shots.
Feeds Cauley-Stein to perfection.
Wow. How about the patience by Harrison there? And the execution on the lob. Just the ability coming off this screen. You see the roll. And that hesitation right there by Harrison allowed just enough time for Cauley-Stein to get that roll.
Randall playing away from the basket here. 6 to shoot. Looking on early.
No! Oh my goodness!
How did that find the hole?
And you know, that's a mistake by Wichita State, but Randall, he goes hard right, he's spinning back. And the defense doesn't react in time, and he's got the ability to switch it from left to right. Take the contact and get the finish. Big fella, bring it. It created the opportunity for Wiggins on the weak side.
It's a big shot there for the Shockers. Your point about these freshmen for Kentucky. As one of them right there, Andrew Harrison takes it to the basket +1.
And it's interesting, really, Andrew plays a lot like Van Vliet at times in that he knows he's not going to blow by people, so he uses his, I should say, his strength and size to create.
We've had 11 lead changes in this game.
This has been a heck of a game, folks.
Van Vliet.
Oh,
Bounce
what a pass. What a block.
Randall comes in to deny and made a shot from the floor in 4 minutes.
And that's okay. You're going to have stretches. Sometimes the defense is going to be better, but don't have the negative plays, the turnovers, and the unforced errors.
Has to force it.
Oh,
he banks it home. Unreal.
Rattled. They've been banged, they've been bruised, but neither has gone down.
Baker backs up for the three.
Oh.
He's got the answer. Right back at you.
Wow. They're showing it's deserved, and now you see why Wichita State is 35-0.
Harrison on Baker for 2. In a thriller in St. Louis.
They got a mismatch.
Here's Early. He guns it home for 3 more.
Boy, I love this game.
That's Lynn Marshall. Coach's wife urging on the Shocker contingent here.
We've been talking about the great defense. Now can anybody get a stop?
Early goes ahead and takes it. Oh, he is incredible in this half.
Woo! Yeah, you know, you play the possession game here. You got a 4-point lead. A score doesn't hurt you, but obviously a foul by Van Vliet might be critical. So you want to see if you can, as you mentioned, buy a little bit of time, just try to play solid defense and force a shot over the top.
And a shove outside on Cotton. As you said at the start, this game, there's a lot of underpinnings to this game too, as Harrison earns one more.
I'm not a fan of one and done. Personally, I prefer they'd have none and done, because don't put the onus necessarily on the school. But having said all of that, you've seen the growth from this young Kentucky team from the first part of the season until now.
Van Vliet is back on the floor, by the way. But it was a pass trying to go inside to Carter. And here's Harrison. Would have put Kentucky in front. Randall muscles inside, and he'll go to the line. And they're starting to live at the line here in the last minutes.
And then the effort on that offensive backboard.
2 shots for Randall. From Arizona. And the Wildcats in action later today. And Randall, that was for the tie. And with 3:20 to go, Shockers have the 1-point lead. Right back to Cotton. Over the top they go. Early. Oh, somehow it's spun out. And he is tripped up. And he's still slow to his feet. Kentucky has numbers. As Young comes in and gives Kentucky the lead by 1.
And I tell you what, Kentucky early offense there in transition. Early was on the floor, had made a beautiful move, really. But Cauley-Stein comes over and contests and made him alter it just enough to where it doesn't fall.
Baker. Out to Cotton. Wichita State has bounced back from Kentucky spurts a couple of times already. Will they do it again? It's early. Yes, they do. Clee Anthony early with 29. With 2 minutes left.
Wichita State looking like they're going to a bit of a zone here.
Yep.
Just to try to change the rhythm a little bit, but that makes you susceptible to that offensive backboard.
Harrison, who hit that big bank shot from over there and is late going. Young with a 3. Wichita State only 6 games all season that were decided inside of 10 points. Here is Cotton shot. Spinning out, and Kentucky has it.
Big possession here for both. Can you defend without fouling? And if you're Kentucky, Young's got the hot hand.
.14 to shoot. Andrew Harrison driving in. And a foul is going against Wichita State.
I think that's going to be on Cotton, the right call. Again, that size of Harrison. We made it to the Final Four, and that is the destination of this Shockers team.
The injury suffered Friday night was going to be an issue, as he hits 2 without even coming close to the rim. Again, Kentucky Smart matched its largest lead.
2 possession game here. Options for Wichita State. They don't have to go for 3, but they have to score.
It's Baker. He'll put up the 3.
Oh,
and he says we can bank them home too.
And he's saying he got hit on the elbow. Boy, would that have been crazy. We've already seen one 4-point play today.
Hey, Aaron, you can do it. You're not the only one. Banking at home from three-point land. And the Kentucky leads. Down to 1 with 29 seconds. Shockers showing full court pressure.
And if you're the Shockers, you want Poitras or Randall to get the ball. That's where you want to give the foul. Right there.
Randall. And
Smart
he is fouled by Early. He commits his third.
And Baker had an opportunity about 2 seconds earlier to commit that foul.
1. There it is.
Get this second one, because then it allows your defense to be a little bit more aggressive, because you can in essence say we could take the three-point line away.
Inbounds to Cotton with 20 seconds to Van Vliet. Here's Baker. Early inside, and the foul's going to be on Kentucky.
To 7, but it wouldn't have been 1 and 1.
That gives them 30 for the game, but now what do you do?
Well, they're going to have to foul. You got enough time to really make a hard effort for a steal or a tie-up. Possession arrow pointing towards Wichita State. So they have that opportunity, but it's got to be quick and decisive. And again, you'd rather try to get the foul on Randall or Poitras.
1-point game. 9.8 seconds left for Indianapolis. Can the Shockers find a way, or will Kentucky end the perfect season? And that'll send Andrew Harrison back for 2 more. He's 6 out of 7 from the line. Throws and nearly airballed the first one. Looking a lot more comfortable here at the line tonight.
Talk about comfort. Hadn't touched the rim, and they come back with Cauley-Stein in part because he's got the lateral quickness. They're going to switch. I'm not sure if they're going to go for a foul if he makes his free throw, but Cauley-Stein has the quickness laterally to switch on perimeter guards and still be able to contest.
Oh, only got 1 or 2. Here comes Wichita State, and a timeout with 3 seconds left. With Young looking to defend him. They set some screens. They get it into Van Vliet. He's going to take the 3 for the win. No! And the perfect season has come to an end. The kids from Kentucky have banded together and are heading to the Sweet 16.
Good execution here, and he gets a decent look, but we talked about it. Cauley-Stein's ability at 7 feet to move laterally and then get the contest against Van Vliet. And how about the job Aaron and Andrew Harrison did? They combined for 39 points today, 5 of 10 from 3, and you cannot discount the impact of James Young and Randall as well. Both played complete games. Terrific effort. All you can do, Jim, tip your hat, though, also to Wichita State, folks. They showed today, even in loss, that they were deserving of a 1 seed. Spectacular performance in defeat.
Heartbreak for Wichita State. A 44% shooter from 3. Van Vliet, no question. The shot influenced by the fast closing Cauley-Stein. And Kentucky and Louisville will be meeting in Indianapolis in the Sweet 16 on Friday.